Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. Today we have a lot to talk about. We have another tips and tricks video. It's been a minute since I've done this, but today we're going to talk about space, the final frontier. No, I'm kidding. Not Star Trek. We're going to talk about shelf space because it's the one thing we just can't get around. It's a problem we all have. Is how do we take care of our space? How do we minimize our space? And do it in a way that's still collector friendly and not like, let's put everything in a freaking like binder and everything. And that's how we have our movies. Like some of y'all may be like that. Cool. Zero judgment on this channel when it comes to that. It's not for me. I think that is just, ugh. Anytime I see somebody put something in a binder, I'm like, you're breaking my heart. But these are just things that I'm doing, currently doing, been doing for a while that I want to share with you guys because like my collection is ever growing. I keep a lot of stuff. I like having DVDs and stuff even after I upgrade to Blu-ray or, 4K if I have something that I want both copies because we live in a day now where like especially with 4Ks, we're only getting like some editions, not all, but some we're only getting the 4K in a digital code. But we have the Blu-ray. Let's put it together so we have a backup or something, or maybe special features or something. So there's a lot of little things I'm going to go over in this video. I don't even know where to start. There's so many. So there's probably going to be a lot of editing and cutting in here. So let's just start with the first one. This is the easiest one. Okay. Buy new cases. Just buy new cases for stuff. I'm going to give you an example. I buy a ton of these 2-disc case Blu-ray cases. I just buy a crap ton of them. I buy them in bulk. They're a little thicker. They're sturdier. They don't have they're not eco cases, But it's a way for me to be able to keep the Blu-ray and the DVD in one thing to where I don't have two editions, or I can get rid of my DVD and keep it on the shelf. Everything. What's another reason to get it? So say you have two editions. I got 2 Blu-rays of Bobby Joe and the Outlaw. Why would I keep 2 Blu-rays? I'm gonna show you. I've already talked about this in a previous video, but I got the old one and the new one. The difference between these two are aspect ratio. They're 2 different aspect ratios. And I'm somebody, when I collect, I'm into that kind of stuff. I'm into having like one aspect ratio that I might prefer over the other, even if the transfer looks the same. So I do that with a ton of mine, with most of them. If I can replace the case, because here's the thing, a lot of us buy used. The cases are kind of warped and messed up anyway. Or, we get them shipped and the cases are the easiest thing to break and the easiest thing to replace. So for storage, I would suggest getting, just get the doubles. Because like I said, I get these for most movies. I have just buy them in bulk. Something recently that I fell in love with are these brand new clear labelless cases. Blockbuster box set. Mike at Blockbuster created these, and I think they're fantastic. They're labelless. They're 14 millimeter. So I went ahead and I replaced every one of my Arrow 4K cases. Now, here's where some of y'all might have a problem with this. They're clear and not black. Personally, I don't care. So Mike at Blockbuster, and they're available on his Etsy store. I will put a link down below. This is not an affiliate link. He's not sponsoring this video. I really love these cases, and I have other projects I'm working on with these. But they're 14 millimeter. They fit the Arrow cases perfectly. And if they're in the slip, what does it matter what color the case is anyway, right? So what I'm able to do is keep my DVD, my Blu-ray, whatever else. Because here's the thing, Arrow, when you buy the 4K, you get the 4K. You maybe get a second disc that's either special features or another edition of the 4K. Arrow quit doing the Blu-ray and 4K a long time ago. Some of their steelbooks still have it. I think the only ones that have it are like my True Romance steelbook has both. My Desperado steelbook has both. But for the majority, they don't do both. You do either one or the other. And if you have the Blu-ray, you can do two things. You can buy another black 14mm case, which I'm sure you can do, which I don't know if Mike sells those too anymore. But, you almost got to look at like Amazon UK or UK eBay to find these 14mm UK style that Arrow does for all their stuff. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got the Blu-ray. This does not come with the Blu-ray. Boom. The only thing with the Arrow cases, so every case is made differently. No matter what, like every case is not made the same. So posters and all that will still fit in here. The only thing that won't fit in these cases with Arrow are the art cards. The art cards won't fit, but that's okay. Conan, boom, got them all in here. And the art cards, you see, it's still all in here. I just take the art cards and I put them like actually just like in here because I don't care about the art cards. I'm never going to see them. I don't care that much for them. And here's the thing too. A lot of these things have double-sided artwork, or for example, have pictures on the other side to where now you can actually see them. So I went ahead, and one of my projects this year that I did was I went ahead and I replaced all my Arrow cases with these. If I had the Blu-ray, I put them in a new case just so I can have both. And I think his cases come with, they come with, you can fit 4 discs in there. You don't need 4 discs. Sometimes you just need 2. Clash of the Time. Y'all don't need to see all my Arrow stuff. I'm just kind of showing you. Like, I've shown you a couple 3-disc ones, but this is just a 2-disc one. So I have both. And it saves me space to where I don't have to keep the Blu-ray case and all that like together and it's bulky, saving space. So I highly recommend these clear labelless cases. And when they're in, I have a whole other project I'm working on with the labelless cases. I'm redoing my whole TV series because a lot of these are stuck on DVD, and I want them all in the same case. But that's a whole project for a whole other time. So I don't know if this is, I'm not going to do a countdown. I was going to say number 3, but I don't know what number this is. It's probably number 3. What do you do with the stuff when it's done? What can you do with it? Say you still want to keep some of the stuff, or say you maybe want to save it to sell off later, or maybe it'll be valuable in 20 years or something, or 10 years. What do? You put the disc in another thing, but you don't want to keep the other things because that defeats the purpose. These things. Now, these I saw on somebody's channel. I think it was Cereal at Midnight, like a year or two, probably like 2 years ago or something. But I got a bunch of these little, I don't know the name of them. Terrafold. Yeah, Terrafold DVD protectors and Blu-ray protectors. And I'm going to tell you, the DVD ones you might want to get even if you don't collect DVDs, because you can use them for other things. Now, this pack of 100, I got it for Black Friday sale because Amazon's going crazy right now. I got these for like $20. I think they're usually 30, but you get a pack of 100. Because here's the problem I ran into. So you get rid of your cases, which is what I do. I put the disc in the new case, put it on the shelf, but I still want to keep the art, right? And I have all this like just things that maybe one day these will be valuable, and maybe I just want to keep them. and I only do it for the ones that I'm keeping. If I have the extra ones, you know. So what do I do with them? I put them in these cases. So the ones I got don't have the binder folds. They do sell some where you can put it in like a little book binder, but that's not what I want to do with them. But basically what I do is I get the second fold. So you still see the spine. Boom. And then just fold this in. Fold the top in. And you can do this with your whole collection and put them somewhere else, right? So you can basically take this giant stack and keep them protected and like actually have somewhere to put them. So that's what I do. And I do it with Blu-rays. If I get a Blu-ray thing and I want to replace the artwork or I replace the case, you can use the Blu-ray ones to do that too. Which one do I have that's the Blu-ray? I did it with Blade Runner because I put in a thicker case, so I printed off a different piece of artwork. Or when I did Knock Knock, if y'all saw my Knock Knock video, I replaced the case because I hated that Lionsgate Limited one. I can still keep this, so maybe one day if I want to sell the Blu-ray, getting cases is easy. I don't think cases are going to go away anytime soon. But what you do with them, what you do with the extra stuff, can definitely save you space. But what else can you use this for? I think this next part will benefit y'all the most. We all love steelbooks, right? We love them, right? It's a loaded question, to be honest. You know what I hate with kind of a passion? I hate J cards. I hate them. Like legit. I don't like how they're just loose. I take them all off, but I keep them. Why? Because they got the information on the back. I don't keep them with the movie. I keep them separately in their own little section. So if I ever need to, I can go back to them. But this is kind of janky, right? Just keeping them all like this. These fit perfectly in the DVD Terrafold cases. To where you can have your J cards just perfectly in these. They even work. Now, the biggest one, the tallest one I have, and it'll still fit, is a German media book. So I got this tall German media book, which is way bigger than a normal case, right? So how I like to put them in is, so with the J cards, if they usually have the name on the top, I just fold that up to where you see it. So when you put it in, this thing is tall enough. I'm doing this and trying to look at the camera at the same time. This thing is tall enough to where I can see the name at the top if I want to. And the back is just, the 4K banner that none of us like anyway. But it's still at the top. So that's how I like to do these. So I've been doing this with all my steelbook J cards, even the ones from other countries that have this big front thing and you don't want to keep it. Put these in here and bro, it'll, alphabetize them. And then when you're going through, treat it like a library, and you will save so much space. So you can basically turn this into this. Something that is a lot more manageable, protected, and that you can easily just like flip through if you want to find what you need to protect your J cards, because I hate J cards. And the best thing is, for those of us who have the UK box set stuff that comes with slips, hang on, I meant J cards, not slips, but these sticker ones, some of them come with these. Let me show you. They come with these, and you put them on the shelf and it's just like stupid flap things like that. To me, that is like, ugh. But this fits perfectly in here too. But I think these Terrafold DVD things for J cards, and for DVDs that you want to put with your Blu-rays, or your Blu-rays you want to put with your 4Ks. You still want to save the artwork because maybe one day you'll be like, oh, this is valuable. I have all the original stuff. I just got to get a new case. You can do that and keep these protected. So I love these things. Link down below, non-affiliate, just trying to help you guys out. Hey guys, Editor Brian here. One thing I forgot to mention with all this, which is just kind of self-explanatory, but I wanted to show you guys. These little things, the little chapter things, if they come in your thing, guess what? With these, you can easily just fit them in, no problem, and keep everything in the case in here if you want to. You can even go as far as put the disc in here if you want to. Not my thing, but if you want to, you can get one of these little things. And if you wanted to put everything in here, you could. Not really my thing, but I just wanted to show you that you can fit more in here than just the case. Not the case, the insert. You know what I mean. Back to the video. So last for this video, something I just came up with recently, and to me it's genius. I don't know why nobody's done this, but I'm going to show you what I do for it, where I'll be selling these, and how to just do them yourself, because you can do it yourself for super cheap, for cheaper than what I was selling for. But these little things. What the hell is this? You see this? I'll put it up. I want to see if the thing will like get it. Probably not. This is just a plexiglass and a little foam dot. Why would I do that? Are y'all steelbook collectors? My biggest problem with steelbooks is, unlike these cases where you can replace the case, add more, you know, add like little things in here if you need to. Steelbooks don't give you that option. You know, sometimes you only get what comes with them. And say you have another edition you want to keep in there. Say you get a 4K and you want to keep the Blu-ray too. Or say you have the Blu-ray and you want to keep the DVDs. For whatever reasons, the DVD or the Blu-ray has more special features, or they have a different version you want to keep. The problem with steelbooks is they only come, a lot of them only come with the one slot thing, right? Well, this little thing, where is it? Saves you from that. Let me show. Boom. It doesn't even look like anything's there, right? So these things fit perfectly. They're clear, they're plexiglass. So if you have art, right here, this one has no art, but it fits perfectly in here. So you can keep your stuff in there too. Now, what is this? This is literally just plexiglass that you can cut by hand or whatever, and these little foam dot thingies that you can get like 100 of these for like $8 or something. It's like ridiculous, maybe less. Now, a lot of you are probably like, ooh, foam dots, ooh. Here's the thing. I've tried so many different things. I've looked, I scoured the internet. I even got these little hubs, clear and black, that are more like aesthetically pleasing to us physical media collectors with cases. The problem with these are, this will fall out very easily. Nightmare on Elm Street, right? For us Americans, we only got the 4K editions. We did not get the 4K and Blu-ray editions. But some of us, especially for the first one, now not all of these have, you know, individual Blu-rays. The Blu-ray packs were like 2-to-1 disc, and a lot of us hated that. But some of us, especially for this first one, have the Blu-ray. So what I'm able to do is keep the Blu-ray in here with these little things. Now this one I did put, I'll see if you can see it on here. I put it on, and when you open it and shut it, it's fine. Right? Boom. Or you could just take the plastic thing and stick it to it. I think this one, I just took it and I stuck it to the thing. There's no, like, plexiglass holding it. It's just that. But let me get another oh, nope, I lied. It is this little thing. See, I almost couldn't even tell. I swear to God, I was like, I just stuck it to it because I tried that at first. The reason I did the plexiglass, which you can do, these have adhesive on the bottom. You can just stick it. You don't even need the plexiglass. The problem is some people may not, if they don't like it, they may want to clean it up later and it doesn't leave residue on your case or whatever later. As much as I think these aesthetically look better, they don't work for every disc. And I am selling these things now on my Etsy store. I don't know, but by the time this video comes out, they'll be on. I'll have a link down below, and I'll have these in black and white dots. I think these just work better and they're more secure because I don't want to sell it with these little plastic ones and your disc falls out. Because I don't recommend these. These don't work. They work for some discs, not for all discs. And that for me, it's been very frustrating. But why white? I'm going to show you another reason I got it. So a while back, I made a video about white cases. I did a lot of my Disney movies. I put in these white cases. These white cases only come with 1 disc or 3 discs. No 2 discs. So if I had the DVD, I was screwed. But now I can fit it in here. So I have 2 sizes, one for steelbooks and one for regular cases. Now the one for regular cases, you may be like, I can just get another case, which is what I recommend. For like these, just get another case. It's easier. But there's a cheaper way if you don't want to do that, is you can just either make your own, get these little dot things, which I will have links in the description below on Amazon. I like the plexiglass. It just works. But you almost don't even know it's there. And it's just, you can keep your stuff and you can get rid of your other cases. Hey guys, editor Brian here. I'm shooting this vertically so I can show you the whole table and everything. There's something I forgot to mention in there. I keep talking about these plexiglass things with these dots, but let me show you why you don't need these for everything, and to save you way more money instead of just buying new cases. Now let's start with the white one. Like I said, these don't come with two discs. They only come with 3 and 1. But let me show you how easy it is to where you don't need to worry about cutting any plexiglass or doing anything like this. If you want to do it the cheap way, like I said, I will be selling these on my Etsy store, but these are adhesives. So you just peel it off. Here's what I do. I would say just be careful with it. Stick it on the, stick it in the hole, and then what you can do is just set it right here on the plastic and you're good. You don't got to worry about adhesives. Push it down. Personally, I like the plexiglass. It just works, but you don't need to do that. This saves you even more money because you can get 100. These come in 100 for $13, and this little thing is $13. 100 of these. That's not 100 double cases you got to buy. So let me give you another example. This is white. You have a black 4K case, right? Comes with 1 disc. You can buy another one with a separate disc, or you can just get one of these. Get the double-sided adhesive. You don't even have to do it. Let's just eye it. Put it dead center. Right? Let's take the Blu-ray. Sometimes when you push the foam, it takes like a second to rise back up. You just do that so the stick is there. Boom. It doesn't have to be even. You can take it off, readjust it, everything. And that's a much easier way to do it than worrying about plexiglass or anything. Steelbooks, different. I feel like these work better with steelbooks. But even if you get these little things, which I told you I don't really recommend, it's different cases for different things. These have adhesives on the bottom as well. They have like a little thing to where you peel it and you can stick it on there too. So let's try that. Let's take this little dot out. Let me show you. You see? It's easy. Take it off. Let's put this on here. Maybe this will work. Like I said, these don't work for every disc. That's why I can't 100% recommend these little things. But let's just eyeball it, right? You know what? Screw it. Let's not eyeball it. So let's put this in right here. Center it. Push it down. Let's see if this will work. This feels hella loose. You see what I mean? It doesn't work. That's why I don't like these things, because you see it's in there, right? As soon as you open it, maybe it'll work. See, that just, like, sometimes it works, boom. Sometimes it doesn't. That's exactly why I can't recommend them. But these little foam dot thingies work every time. I just wanted to show you a different way to do it, so you don't have to worry about these things if you don't want to, the plexiglass. One last thing I will say of why I chose plexiglass instead of just keeping it here. For some reason, the adhesive, now you can glue it, you can do whatever if you want to, but these things come off very easily, which could be a benefit to some of y'all. Some of y'all may put it in, you mess up, you don't want it, it just comes off very easily. It does not come off this plexiglass very easily. Like, I'm scared I'm gonna just really break something if I take it off. It sticks to this perfectly. That's the reason I went with the plexiglass too, because this plastic is just kind of not adhesive friendly. It's fine, it's not gonna move, but if you go to rip it off, it's super easy, which could be a benefit to a lot of you, or it could be, oh, what if my disc just falls out one day because the adhesive just slips. But because I have these white cases, they don't come with two. Or say you have different color cases. Say you're one of these collectors who likes to put their stuff in different color cases, but you only find like single of those. You can now keep your stuff with it. And I did this with all of my, I'm just right next to the Mighty Ducks ones. But I did it with all my Disney ones in this white case. But mostly I do it for steelbooks. Like, here's an example. Oceans. Here's another thing I did with J-cards. I was not really going to talk about this too much. I think I talked about this in another video. I would take plastic protectors. I would cut the tops and bottoms off, tape the back of the J-card to this, and I had like my own little slipcover things. But that's not here or there. But these only came with the 4K, no Blu-ray. No, I don't have Oceans on Blu-ray. But maybe one day if I found like the 3-pack on sale for super cheap, or somebody traded it with me, yes, I would be like, I got room for it. I can put it in here. Now I have, it's funny, you can even double stack these. If you want, with the foam, you can double stack them. Which I don't like double stack, but I just have this as an example because this is the widescreen and the full screen. And here's a fun fact. I got a whole video coming out about widescreen and full screen. Ocean's 11, the full screen one is funny to watch, especially with Brad Pitt. There are scenes where the continuity is so messed up because you see him holding food, and then you do not see him holding food, and it goes from him holding like a plate to him holding a jar in the same scene because he thinks the camera's not getting it, but the full screen version shows it. It's really kind of fun. But these little things here, I'll open another one since this has 2 discs in here. Ocean's 12. You still see the artwork and everything. Does not take away, doesn't come out. And if you want to take it out, it's pretty easy. It fits snug perfectly in there. So I made these little things for steelbooks and steelbook collectors because, like I said, some of these, they only come with 1 disc and you can't just change that. And that sucks for a lot of us. A lot of us want to keep our other editions with our stuff, but we don't want to keep the cases and we don't want to have all this space of, I got the 4K, but you know, I really like this on the DVD, or I really like this, and I just don't have room for all 3 editions of the Blu-ray, the 4K, and the DVD in my shelf. On my shelf, in my shelf, whatever. So these are things I'm doing with my collection. Some of y'all may think this is stupid. Some of this may spark something. And that's really what I'm trying to do, is encourage you to experiment with your physical media collection and have fun with it. Curate it. Curating to me is not just the movie titles, and I may have a whole video about this because I just got fussed at on the comments because I had like 4 versions of the American Pie 4K, and somebody was like, it's all about the movie, bro. Why do all y'all YouTubers just care about packaging? Well, physical media. Like, a lot of us want our packaging to look, we got to look at this shit, you know? And I take pride in my collection. I really do. And I know a lot of you guys do too. And I just want to show you, like, here's what I do. Here's how I'm working on saving space in my room, in my closet, on my shelf, you know, whatever your space situation is, there are ways to get around a lot of things. And this is just what I'm doing, either changing the cases, inventing these little things to help me, buying these little plastic things so I can secure my J cards, because I don't want to keep these on the shelf with them because aesthetically they look gross. But in these little things, it's like, oh, you know, if I need to look it up and pull it, I have these in another area and they're in protectors, essentially. So I hope you guys got something out of this, or maybe it sparked something in you for your collection. Like I said, you don't gotta do this. Some people are purist. Some people are like, I'm gonna keep it in the exact case it came in. Cool. You know? And I'm like that too with certain things, like vinegar syndrome. Like I said, every case is made different. So I have this is vinegar syndrome. It's IFC, but you know, Sleeping Beauty. I got the Blu-ray recently from Vinegar Syndrome because I think this came out a few months ago. Only 1 disc. Now, I do have the DVD, and maybe I want to keep it. So I put it in here. But here's the thing. This thing, which is sized to fit this case, for some reason, because of these top and bottom things, I don't know if you can see them, are placed differently. So I can't put this under here and have it fit right. It just won't fit right, and it's weird. But I don't want to replace this clear case because that's how it came, you know? But if I put the book right here and then put this over the book, it fits perfectly. It just won't fit under the book. Like some of my stuff, traditionally, I would just put the book over and be fine. But this is like loose and it's weird and it pops out. So you find different creative ways, because I want to keep this case because this is what it came with. I could put this in a blue case. I could maybe get a double clear case. I probably could actually for this, but I'm weird and it came with this case. So I'm going to keep it in this case. And a lot of other people are like that too. So I totally get with maybe this is like changing too much. Time is something we can't get back. Not to get deep. I'm about to get deep to end this video. But space, unlike time, we can control. It just depends on our collecting habits, our hoarding habits, our OCD habits. But there are ways to fix it and go around it. And that's what I've been doing. And I hope you guys got something out of it.